What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is me, Cello. And we just got the Keter Sanctuary Rideline from the Triple Drive Booster set. So let's get straight into it. So it looks like we got a new age Alfred in the Leuhan Maris combo. This deck has a pseudo restanding Vanguard and it gets triple drive, I believe, if I'm understanding the cards correctly. I went over these once very quickly this morning to familiarize myself with what the cards are. And yeah, we'll be doing a bit of a more in-depth look at pieces that we have here. And based off of my first reading, it's actually pretty decent. So let's get into it. First things first, we have Dreaming Bonds Leuhan. Of course, it is the starter, so we already know what this does. I'll be just using Google Translate for all these translations, but Google Translate is saying that his flavor text is, "It's peaceful, don't you think so, Maris?" So he's talking to his horse here. It's nice. I always like quotes of units for their flavor text. So yeah. Okay, so that is our starter here, and we'll move on to the grade 1. Next, we have the grade 1, Hardworking Bonds Leuhan. His ability is when rode upon by the grade 2 Leuhan, Soul Blast 1, check out the top 5 cards of your deck for 1 copy of Soul Rinsing Spring of Dragons, or 1 grade 2 or less non-sentinel card, add it to hand and shuffle your deck. It's pretty good. It gets you the order of the deck. I've forgotten what it does, but we'll get into it when we cover the card. But it also is a general search of most of your support pieces. So yeah, that's pretty good, especially that it isn't limited by any archetypes. The Google Translate flavor text for the grade 1 is, "It is said that the soul of an honorable knight resides in the sword made from the scales of a guardian dragon." It's getting some backstory on their bond and a little bit lore dropping there for us. All right, we have Guard Running Through the Earth Leuhan. Yeah, when it's rode upon by the grade 3, choose one of your vanguards until end of turn. Reduce its auto ability by counterblast 1, so it gives you your first grade 3 turn basically for free. There still is the Soul Blast to search ability, but we'll get to that when we get there. But other than that, lets you be a little bit more liberal, I guess, with your counterblasts early, or if your opponent is trying to stall you by holding out on CB, then there you go. You still have your main line of play for when you go into grade 3. This one's a little bit blurry, so I'm not sure if it's going to get it. I am not 100% sure what this one says, but Google Translate's giving me, "He took charge of the war and brought the position of the Guardian." And in some of the other translations that it's given, it mentions blue and black. It could be talking about Maris, it could be talking, more likely is talking about Leuhan here, accepting the role of being the Guardian. Or yeah, there we go, Guard Running Through the Earth. There we go. So the whole thing was in his name. I had a whole trip for nothing. Next we have Soul Awakening Guard Leuhan. Act once per turn. Soul Blast 1. Search your deck for up to 1 grade 2 card with Maris in its card name. Call it to rear and shuffle your deck. So this is really nice. The fact that the search is Soul Blast and not Counterblast, unless you were playing against Prison, for example, that's just taking all your soul out, you will be able to activate this. Or as long as you're riding, you will be able to activate this search. And the deck also does have a couple of ways to recycle things back into the deck. So really good search ability here, because it guarantees your second ability, which is at the end of the battle that this unit attacked, CB1, put a grade 2 rear guard with Maris and its card name into your soul, search your deck or hand for up to 1 grade 3 or greater Leuhan Maris in its card name. Ride it as stand, and until end of turn, put the cards revealed for the drive check of the battle that this unit attacked on the bottom of your deck instead of the hand. If you search the deck, then shuffle your deck. So basically, you are getting a restand, and with one of the cards that we'll be looking at later, you'll be getting a triple drive off of this restand. Now, the fact that the triggers go back into the deck, you could take one of 2 ways. One, you have more potential triggers to activate throughout the game, because whatever you drive check for your restand attack will go back to the bottom of your deck instead of your hand. So you are basically hitting those triggers and recycling them back into the deck. Now, you do lose a little bit of hand off of this, but the fact that you don't have to discard anything to activate this ability, you get the restand. You're reloading your soul to Soul Blast the next turn, so you can Soul Blast the Maris out from soul to drop and then back into the deck to activate the search ability to do it again. And you are also increasing the amount of potential triggers that you can hit by recurring whatever drive checks you get off of your restand. So it is pretty good. You do lose, of course, the probability of overlapping triggers if you hit them off of your first Vanguard swing, but if you're doing that and your opponent's getting slapped anyway, then don't sweat it. But yeah, this seems really interesting. I find all decks really interesting, but this one definitely feels different. Like there's a different type of math that you have to go through with this deck. Well, not a different type of math, because the number of triggers that stay in the deck are still the same, but there's like an extra layer on top of it, because you're going to be potentially hit with a lot more triggers throughout the game. All right, so moving on, we have the Bankai. This is, forgot his name, but this is the dog captain from Bleach. Soul Awakening Dragon Horse Leuhan Maris. So during your turn, if your soul has a Soul Awakening Guard Leuhan, this unit gets plus 10k power, so this is automatically a 23k swing. At the end of your turn, you re-ride the regular grade 3 from your hand. Oh, sorry, from your soul. And then rinse and repeat. And yeah, just slap things. This is actually the simplest card in the deck, and this is it, and it's a triple R. So I love the simplicity of it. This is probably the most whelming art of the entire archetype. That could be debated. I just wish that for a potential finisher piece that it would have been a little bit nicer. But one thing that I am thinking about right now is potential support grade 3s, and you could probably play a decisive axe with this, since you are technically riding a Vanguard due to an ability, and since you're getting triple drive off of this, you could just dump all of that onto decisive axe and got a nicer youth perk. But yeah, that is Leuhan Maris. I'm not sure how that A is supposed to sound, but let's continue. Next, we have Guard Running Through the Earth Maris. When this unit attacks, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Leuhan in his card name, this unit gets plus 5 until the end of that battle. So it's a self-sufficient horse, can hit stuff right away, and that's kind of how I'm feeling this deck wants to play. On a normal turn, it's a 5k guard by itself. On a persona, you're looking at 25 on its own, and then having the other lane be your trigger dump after your 2 Vanguard attacks. And then its second ability, when this unit is put into soul from rear by the ability of your Vanguard with Leuhan in this card name, if you persona road, choose one of your Vanguards, it gets plus 1 drive until end of turn. So this is the kicker, and it's fitting that the kicker is a horse, because it's pretty good. By turn 4, you can get 5 drive checks. Granted, only 2 of them actually go into your hand, so you want to make sure that you're still watching your hand economy. Still really good. And again, the fact that you can hit triggers and they go right back into your deck is kind of dumb, but we'll have to see how the math plays out with stuff like this, because yeah, you're juggling a lot of extra potential triggers here. Next, we have Benediction Sage, and this art looks so nice. Yeah, if this unit is boosting a unit with Leuhan or Maris in its card name, she gets plus 5k. When this unit boosts your Vanguard, choose up to 1 normal unit with Leuhan or Maris in its card name from your drop, put it on the bottom of your deck. So this is your recycler. She doesn't have to boost a grade 3 Vanguard. There's no grade restriction on this, so you could slap her down starting when you can start attacking and just start recycling your ride deck discards back into your deck. No problems. There's no problems. This is so good. and then if you chose a card, you counterblast 1 to draw, and if you don't, then fine. But she's really good. The fact that she recurs cards and draws you cards in one ability is so good, and she's a single R. This is it's a good thing that she's locked behind Leuhan, because if she was generic, then this card would be really expensive, because this is crazy. Last but not least, we have the Order, Soul Rinsing Spring of Dragons. Play this with Counterblast 1 if you have a Vanguard with Leuhan in his card name. Choose up to 2 normal units from your drop. Choose a card with a grade less than or equal to your Vanguard from among them. Call it to rear. Put the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. That called unit gets plus 5k until end of turn. It's just another recursion. It is a counterblast though, so my main problem is you have 3 outlets of counterblast, and one of them is mandatory in your grade 3. So you gotta be kind of careful, or else you burn yourself out too quickly, and this archetype doesn't have a built-in countercharger. But you do get your first turn for free, even if you are activating. Let's actually, we can look at this actually. So you don't counterblast for the grade 1 or the grade 2 or the grade 3 for your first 3 turns. So you're taking damage there, and it's all open. The first time that you need to counterblast, probably grade 2, or maybe grade 2, maybe, if you have good stuff, and if you've discarded good stuff into your drop, then I guess you could do it. You're probably looking at counterblasting at turn 3, turn 4. So if not with the Order, then at least with Benediction Sage to draw you the extra card. So let's see, turn 3, I guess we could max it out. So turn 3, you would counterblast 2. Yeah, 1 for Benediction to draw, and then 1 for the Order. And then turn 4, you have to counterblast for your grade 3. So you're looking at 2 more turns of only the restanding Vanguard ability. But still, that's decent. And again, that's at, I guess, max load for the first turn. So yeah, this deck is actually looking decent. I don't know if it will stack up. It really depends on how broken being able to activate triggers more than once per copy is going to be, especially when people are Persona riding. People will definitely be playing. I think that Gratias has to be the Regalis piece to play in this deck, because you get so much more pressure off of it. Of course, plus 10 to your front, the extra drive check from the horse, and the draw. So baseline, I think it's pretty decent. Hopes are mild, but I feel like people are going to take advantage of this. Again, the grade 3 is what makes this such a hard deck to place right now. I think that people need to start playing it in CFA and stuff to get a feel of where this is, but I think it's pretty positive. Compared to Zedolance, I'd probably go this direction. Because drive checks. I'm very biased towards getting as many freaking drive checks as I can. My best tournament result was with a deck that Vanguard attacked you as much as possible in the turn. Yeah, extra drive checks are where it's at. And if I can get extra drive checks, if I can get 3 extra drive checks a turn and not deck out right away, that's a win. I'd say that's a win. But again, we'll have to see. I don't think we play friends. I think you play draws. But again, we have to see. Or you just play 12 crits. This is the New Age King of Knights Alfred, and it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. I'm excited. I'm excited for all this stuff. And just to cap off the triple drive stuff just in one video, I did want to look at the FFRs that were revealed. We got Emposa, we have the promo grade 3 grade 3s. yeah, we have this one here, and then there are some on the other page. But yeah, then we have the 2 grade 3 units for Zedolance, the 2 grade 3s for Leuhan Maris, and then we have the Graham Grace promo that is very affordable already, and then we have Aladargantes here in FFR. Pretty cool. I feel like this could have been something else, and I feel like they could have, instead of Galar Dragon, it should have been the Forge. I would have really preferred the Forge as an FFR instead of Galar Dragon, but that's what we get. And then next we have a Blaze Maiden. I forgot what this Blaze Maiden is. I'm assuming she's a promo because everything on this page is a promo. But yeah, I won't get too into it because I'm not sure who she is. And then we have the Monster Grade 3 promo. So we have the Brantgate promo Grade 3, the Dark States promo Grade 3. We didn't get the Claudine. We're not getting the Claudine. We are getting the Flagberg promo, which is also really cheap already right now. So I'm assuming that this isn't going to be that much. So yeah, that'll be cool to pick up. And it looks like the frames are different. Oh no, yeah, I've just never seen an FFR in real life. No, actually, no, I have. What am I talking about? But yeah, these look a little bit. Yeah, probably because they're FFR. And then the Blaster promo that everyone wanted and was ragging on Bushy for, we kind of got it. I don't know if this is worse. I don't know if, like, because I feel like I'm in the same boat as Blaster players looking at the Overlord promo reprint. I don't know if it's worse that we're getting them as only FFRs. Because it really, it's nice that they're available, but it also sucks because you know that these are going to be a pain in the ass to pull and be even more expensive to afford, you know, even just one copy of. And I am super stingy. Everyone around me knows that I'm very, 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 very stingy when it comes to buying stuff. So it really, it feels worse that we're getting them in this rarity. It's nice that we're getting them in this rarity, but it would have been nicer if we had them in the base. But I'm not going to complain. Again, it's better. It's like, I guess objectively, it's better that they're there because it's just another opportunity to pull them. But at the same time, it just really sucks as someone who was hoping they didn't have to pay a bunch of extra money for these, and now I'm looking at it and it looks like I'm gonna have to pay a bunch of extra money for it. But anyway, that is it for the video, guys. Thank you for listening to my incoherent rambling. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and sub. Don't forget to check out all the stuff that I actually have going on the channel for once. It's not just gameplay videos anymore. Yeah, there's just so much that I've been enjoying working on for the channel, and it means so much to me if you guys checked it out. But anyway, yeah, don't forget to tell your friends if you think that they'll enjoy what we got going on. Don't forget to ring the notification bell if you haven't already, so that you stay updated on all the videos that come out, and I will see you guys in the next one.